Howdy, Paul Case here. Fixing to go deliver a little load of hay. I got 12 bales on my trailer. It's Monday, March 16th in the evening, a little bit before 6 o'clock. I got to haul this to a neighbor of mine. He's actually only about a mile and a half away, but I have to drive like 7 miles to get there, something like that. So I was contemplating putting a rope on these or a strap. Got them ones sitting on top. Yeah, Mildred's talking. Can you hear the beeping? That's not somebody swearing or nothing. I didn't get the back end of my load very even because that bale hung up on the ramp right there. Suppose I ought to put a strap on it. I don't think you could knock them off from there. But I have to go down some big hills. And that's the kind of stuff that always bugs me when I've not got a bale stuck in toward them from the back. So, let's get to going down the road here. Doubt if I'm going to video the whole thing. But we'll see. It's been really, really wet. It rained. Let's see. I don't know. We've had 2 or 3 inches of rain. The rivers are up. Had rain today when it was already wet, and then it's back to misting now. So I finally did get a good count on my calves today. I've had several days where everything's been a little bit confused and I couldn't count my new baby calves. We're at 20. I have 36 possibles, and so 20 of them have calved, and then I've had one that's had a calf that didn't make it. And I've seen a cow in heat that wasn't one that had a calf. We've only been calving for a month and a week now, and so it wouldn't be cycling the ones that have had calves. But this one was the first calf ever. She should have been bred. She should be having a calf instead of being in heat. Yeah, Mildred's a standard, so I have to shift. I think I'll probably only shift one more time. We get to going too fast. She don't pull really good when you're trying to keep it down around 45 and in 6th gear. It just don't pull very good. So yeah, my load's a little bit wide for this road, but I do this from time to time, and it's not a bad gig when you can get it. Today the traffic's going to be kind of light because we've got this big scare about coronavirus going around, and a lot of the schools have let out for spring break and have announced they're going to let out for a whole bunch longer than that. I guess the school that Anita works at least Miami public schools, are going to not have school now until I believe she said the 6th of April, so that's like an extra 2 weeks off. But they were scheduled to be on spring break this week, so she's not going to school this week anyway. Yeah, if you went right up that road right there to the end of it, turned right, drove a quarter mile through a pasture and across the creek, you'd be at this guy's place, but we never do that. We always have to haul a little farther. This load of 12 bales probably weighs about 8,000-9,000 pounds, maybe 10. I don't know. My bales have done pretty good. Scott was taking some out of the Quonset hut up there, and they have not weathered nearly as good. There's a place there we was noticing the water runs across the top of the ground, and it probably runs all down that driveway of that house up there, and it actually is kind of funneled into the barn. And we knew it was that way because the old trail goes that way, but going to be at this guy's place a little bit early, so you may not get to see him unload any of this. The video will get kind of long if I do the whole thing. Here comes one. I hope they give me enough room I can get by them. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to tell this on this camera or not, but we're fixing to go down a huge valley. As in deep. It's not wide, it's very narrow, but it's deep. Foothills of the Ozarks, that's where we live. And this one's pretty steep on the opposite side. I think you can see some of that. That's where I always worry about rolling one off, but you know, I can't see it anyway, so. And we didn't meet nobody. Not only do we do that once, we're going to do that like 3 times. That was once, this is the second time. A whole lot of lumber out this road. About all my pallet lumber that I saw delivered has to go out this way. So, Mildred and I are pretty familiar with this little road here. Pretty hard to load them on the trailer with the skid steer just from one side and get it even anyway. Hey, that Suburban that turned around back up there is right behind me, so I must not have lost any yet. Hope I don't lose any. I want to get where I'm going with all my hay. Get paid for the ones that I don't make it there with, right? Now this is not like Little League Baseball where you get a trophy no matter what. The name of this road is Gum Road. When I was growing up, there wasn't no road signs back then. We called it Westheimer Road. I don't know why. This one was Westheimer Road. The one 2 miles south of here that everybody traveled was called Log Cabin Road. I know why it was Log Cabin Road, because there was an old bar that was a log cabin there at the end of that road where it came to 43 Highway somewhere. Never was there when I remember, but they called it Log Cabin Road because it had that log cabin bar at the end of it. There we go. I may have to use your shift. We're going to turn on to the Hornet Road, which is Coyote. And this one has a stop with you headed uphill, and it's a good opportunity to jerk and lose your load, and I ain't going to do it. Take it nice and smooth and easy. So now we're on the Hornet Road, Coyote Road. Gonna go on down this one to across 5 Mile Creek. Then we're gonna go down 5 Mile Ranch Road, which it has a name too. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if it's 5 Mile Ranch Road or not. They come up with their own names for a lot of these roads. Little community of Hornet here. There's a cemetery. A lot of my relatives buried in that cemetery, and then there's a Christian church, and then up on the highway there's a Pentecostal church that all have the name of Hornet. Yep, it is 5 Mile Road, they call it. And that dadgum car is still following me. I don't know. That could be the guy I'm delivering hay to, possible. I don't know why he would have been heading over to my place. Come on, Mildred, let's go. This road here is so curvy that you can't hardly speed on it. But watch me try, and then have to meet a truck between a mailbox and there. I didn't get the mailbox. used to be a doctor, I can't remember his name now, that had that 5 Mile Ranch that we just drove kind of through the middle of. Their houses was on the uphill side, and all this stuff on the south side is horse pens, and they had a lake dug out down there, and they used to raise Arabian horses. They had Arabian horses. The guy that's bought it now, I'm not sure what he does. He I think his name's Ritter, and the only thing I knew about him was that he had come up with a machine, built a machine. They used to have it in Seneca operational, and it may still be, I don't know, but he built a machine that actually would break railroad iron into shorter pieces so they could melt it down in a foundry. And I think he had a patent on it. And they were all about breaking that rail. They'd buy that railroad iron, come in down there to Seneca on train cars, and there's always semi trucks hauling it in there, and then they would haul the pieces out to a foundry, whatever foundry needed them, so they could recycle them, turn them into metal for use in something new. So that was what his job was. We used to do quite a little bit of other business down this 5 Mile road. We had a couple outfits that bought hay from us, and then one, we bailed a place down in here. We've already went past it, but and then this gentleman's buying some hay from me today. He and I have been doing business. He bought a bunch of hay from Scott last year, some from me in the past. I'd rather have some to carry over than not have enough, and so we have had some sell the last few years. I've had years when I had to go hunting for hay because I couldn't get enough bales and all that, and I don't like that, so it don't bother me too bad since I got them in the barn to have some to carry over. So we've gone a great big circle here. We're almost to his house. It's just past this next corner up here. Kind of a cold wet here today. It's causing my bones to hurt. I think that's it. Nope, that's not it. There's even water over the road down here. Well, I believe he's awaiting on us. That'll be him. Nice little New Holland tractor. Ain't nobody in it. Howdy!
What's happening?
I wouldn't know if it happened to me. Are they all on there?
I don't know.
I didn't put a. I didn't. Can you see 4 of them down the side?
I see 4 and 4.
That's all. That's all of them.
Assuming the other 4 are there.
Yeah, they're there. Had one that was hanging way over. I didn't get it pushed over far enough on the back when it hung up on the ramp.
That'd be bad if you start losing them.
Yeah, it kind of has a domino effect. It's like Lay's potato chips. You can't lose just one.
I hear that.
You just gonna set them off in there somewhere? Okay.
Right over there.
All right, I'll pull up to where you can get a few.
Right here.
Really nice little tractor he's got there. Oh, let me read the numbers on that. See what it is. It's a New Holland. He had this last year and he traded up to it. .655 loader on it. It's a T4, says utility on the door. Can't read the number. it's like T4 110. Anyway, this video's getting kind of long, so I made it here. I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.